Mega news yesterday. Ilona Maher is joining the Bristol Bears women. This is a huge signing for Bristol, for the PWR, and also for the women's game as a whole. So something a little different. I know I'm usually chatting about men's rugby, international rugby on the channel, but this is a really interesting story. I think this has the potential to be a really significant moment in the women's game in England. So that's what I'm talking about. Comment down below. Let me know what you make of it. If you are fans of Bristol Bears, of the women's game, or if you're just a follower of Ilona Maher, she's the most followed rugby player on the planet in terms of her social media presence, then let me know what you make of this. I think it is significant. Also, whilst you're here, like the video, and I would love it if I can earn your subscription. If you hit that subscribe button, you won't miss a thing. But as I say, Ilona Maher, the USA Sevens international, is coming to England. She's going to be joining Bristol Bears. And for those of you that maybe don't know too much about her, she is an absolute gun on the sevens circuit. She was brilliant in the Olympic sevens. I was covering that competition. She was scoring tries for fun. She was making line breaks for fun. She's big, she's fast, she's a brilliant athlete and could actually be deployed potentially on the wing, potentially in the centre. She's even spoken about wanting to play back row as well. So where Bristol use her is going to be intriguing. I'll get onto that. She's an excellent player. But I think bigger than all of that is her following and her presence. Because if you go and look at the Bristol Bears social media yesterday when they announced this signing, so many of the comments are, I guess I'm a Bristol Bears fan now. How can I watch this from the USA? Things of that nature, of people that will be engaged now in Bristol, but in the PWR more, I think, than they usually would have been. It is a proper headline statement signing. And for the women's game, which is continuing to grow, it's still got a long way to go, we know, to probably be where it wants to be, but it is growing. The PWR, I think, is establishing itself as the best domestic league in the world. These are the sorts of signings that are only going to benefit that. And I think that's really exciting for the league. The impact that this could have if it gets more people down to games, it gets more people tuning in, it engages people who are overseas that can't necessarily go to the games in the UK. The potential impact of that is what I'm really interested to see here. And I think it's an exciting signing as well for the game in England ahead of hosting the World Cup next year. Like, if you are in charge of the PWR, if you are at the RFU and this signing hasn't been anything to do with you, I think you're still looking at this and thinking that is absolutely brilliant. World Rugby as well will be looking at this and thinking about where the game is ahead of a World Cup in England for the women's game next year. Yeah. Is pretty intriguing. The other part of this is the sporting side of it, which, first of all, Bristol are a team that are pretty ambitious. They've got a very wealthy owner. We know that in terms of some of the signings they've made previously in the men's game. Some of them as well that they've made in the women's game, the likes of Hannah Bottomman and other England internationals. But they're ambitious and they want to win the PWR. They've fallen short in the final previously. They've been there or thereabouts. I think this is a signing designed to help them get over that final hurdle and actually win trophies. So will it be able to do that? Well, the thing about Bristol is they've got talent on the wings. They've got some serious talent on the wings, the likes of Jazz Joyce, who played for Wales, also played for Wales in the sevens, or Team GB, sorry, in the sevens at the Olympics. So where does she fit in? Does she go into the centres? Again, they've got strength there. Or do we see her transition into the back row? It's almost, not quite the same. It almost reminds me of the Sam Burgess signing. I mean, that was different because he was coming from rugby league to union and working out his best position in union. But it's that kind of statement signing and working out where they fit into the team. It's going to be fascinating, and I think it's going to be a brilliant thing for the women's game. So let me know. What do you make of it? Is this the sort of signing that has caught your eye more than any others? How important is this sort of thing for the sport in this country, for Bristol and for the women's game? Let me know. Comment down below. Like the video as well. A bit of a shorter one for you, but I'll see you in the next one.